Hello, everybody. I'm excited. This is our Happy, Healthy, Oily Pets webinar. You can get the replay on shannonhudsonyl.com. And we're just going to go ahead and favorite topic for me because I'm one of those oily pet lovers, okay? So my dog's name is Peppermint. We got her probably 2 years after we got into Young Living. She was a rescue. She was a puppy and was named after one of my favorite oils. And we call her Pepper, and we have loved on her from day one. She loves her oils. She backs up into them. If I happen to put them on my feet or my legs, my Pepper licks them off. She just loves her oils. But before we get into the oils, there's some core basics for happy, healthy pets. Just things that across the board critters need. And then I also want to tell you some basics, just some like stuff you guys should know. So first of all, if you decide you want to get started with Young Living, or you want to experience into the products, you want to try them with any animals, please get back with the person that introduced you, the person that sent you this video or sent you the link or told you to join the webinar. Get back with them. They're the ones that are going to help you on your oily journey. And again, if you want that PowerPoint or the replay, it will be posted on ShannonHudsonYL.com. When you look at those PowerPoints, you are free to copy them, edit them, share them, do whatever you would like to be able to get that message out to other people. And then a few other just common sense things that, I guess common sense isn't common anymore. Animals have a really strong sense of smell. They're more sensitive to humans, to essential oils, so we have to use a little bit of common sense. Give your pets time to adjust to the new aromas when you start using some oils, and don't diffuse oils that are hot like oregano or thyme or cinnamon. You can use blends that have hot oils in them because the blends are already pre-diluted. You can even dilute them a little bit more if you choose to. And then use the oils on yourself first. So the safest way to use your oils on your pets and get them introduced to you first. So you put a couple of drops of, say, peppermint in your hand, and you rub the peppermint, you put it on your arms, you put it on your legs, you rub it all over you, and then you can pet your pet, and they're getting that residual off of you. So that's a great way to start playing with it and seeing how they like the oils. And it's a really great way to introduce them instead of just shocking them and shaking the bottle right onto their little body, because that can be a little bit much for some of our animals. And when you're using your oils on your pet, it's really important that you avoid their eyes, avoid their nose and their mouth and their ears. Don't put oils in those areas. So even if you wanted to do a little TLC around the ear, you could put some oil, mix it with some vegetable oil, and you can rub it on the outside of the ear, but I wouldn't put it directly into the ear itself. So that's just one of the safe things you can do. Again, you can also just rub the oils on your hands and put them on you and then use that residual on them. That's one of the things Pepper does every time I open my oils. I rub oils on me and do what I need, and then she'll come right up next to me and want to be oiled as well. So we reach over, I rub it on her belly, I rub it on her legs, wherever I happen to be reaching down, I will rub that on them. When you do start actually applying oils directly to your pet, there's a reason that you want to do it. It's real important that you start slow and dilute at a ratio of about 1 drop of essential oil to 5 drops of V6. Another great way you can do it is to use like 4 ounces of water with 2 drops of essential oil in it, and then you can spray it on them. I like doing that for her before she goes outside to play. We have a little spray bottle that we'll use, and we put some oils in there so she can play outside annoyance free. And it's a really good way. She's a bigger dog, and I'm not just trying to put 1 little drop all over her body. So it's a great way to be able to do it. And then every time you use a new oil, watch your pets and see how they react with every single new oil, because just like humans, sometimes they're going to love an oil and sometimes they're going to hate an oil. So you want to respond to what their need is and how they feel about using the oil. Great spots to put the oils on your critters is on their little feet. Make sure it's diluted, and you rub that oil on their paw, rubbing it directly on their belly or any area that you feel needs a little TLC. You can, again, dilute that oil and rub it. You can also dilute an oil by putting it in something like a baking soda rather, and you put a couple drops of oil and you can sprinkle it as a powder and rub it all over. So it gets right in there and it's very refreshing. It's good for the little skin. And then again, they can go outside. You can also put it like on their pet bed. You can put it on the carpets and vacuum the carpets. Those are just some great ways to be able to introduce it. And then just some heads up. Citrus essential oils should not be used directly on cats. There's lots of stuff behind it. You can Google the reason behind it, but small amounts that are already in something. If it's an oil that has a blend that has say lemon in it, they're getting such a small amount of that lemon, that's probably fine. But I wouldn't use a whole lot of straight lemon or orange or tangerine. It's just not great for our kitties. And then in this position, fish, birds, amphibians are not going to be discussed. They have a lot of and so we're not going to try to cover them in this short presentation. If you try something and it doesn't quite hit it for you, or it doesn't seem right, consult your vet. That's what they're there for. Let them know if you have questions. You can get back with your vet and they will help you with that. So some other core basics, some things for just amazingly happy, healthy pets are some stuff we should already know, right? Sunshine. Just like us, most animals love time outside in the sun. They like the wind, the grass, they like to play, they like to have fun out there. They need some time outside. Make sure it's not too hot, that they have a good source of water, that they've got shade, but keep your baby safe from predators. Don't let them get hurt when you're out there, but let them get outside on a regular basis. It's good. It's good for you to be outside. It's good for your pets. If you had dogs in the wild, where would they be? They need that sunshine. Even our cats, they need to be able to get outside and romp and play. You've got rabbits, you can do the cages that you can take them outside so they can get a little bit of sunshine. Again, you don't want to have to worry about the sun or predators, but they still need to be able to get outside also. In addition to sun and outside, they need water. Good old-fashioned water, just like you do. Your critters should have a source of water at all times. At all times. They shouldn't have to wait around waiting for a drink. Inside, outside, they need that water. And also remember, water is also for fun. Our critters love to play in water. So give them that chance, especially when it's hot outside. It's a great way to help them cool down. Give them that opportunity to be able to play in water, even a sprinkler. My dog goes crazy over the sprinkler in the backyard. She loves it. She also likes to play in a toddler pool. We get one of the plastic toddler pools, and she jumps around. She has a great time. She absolutely loves it. So think that through. And then, of course, exercise. Our babies need exercise. They need to run, walk, jump, roll. They need to use all of their muscles on a regular basis. Their body needs it, and it's your job to keep them moving. If we want to make sure that their hips are healthy and strong and when they're older, then we need to let them exercise those hips when they're younger. We need that process. It's important. And then they need mental stimulation. And I know for a lot of us, we think that exercise and playtime, mental stimulation, it's all the same thing, but they're really different categories. It seems like the same, but they need toys that help them think and play. Birds need things like mirrors and bells and shiny things. It's interactive for them. Cats need things that roll when they touch it, string they can attack, places to scratch, claw, dig. They need those types of stimulation. Those are important to them. Dogs need balls, and they need tough chew toys. They need squeaky things, crinkly things. They need stuff they have to dig around and find, hiding stuff and having them look for it. They need that mental stimulation, and they love to play. They need that. And as much as they love to be able to play, they also need, I don't even know what that one was supposed to be, but they need a diet that resembles what they would have had in nature, as close as you can get to it. Constantly giving them kibble as their only food source, it's not good for them. It's not good for their teeth 24/7. It's not good for their digestive system. They need some other things. Like dogs need bones, like real bones from real animals. They need those. It's good for them. There's minerals in there. Dogs and cats both, they need some occasional raw meat thrown into their diet. It's something their body needs. It's good and healthy for them. And they need all those different minerals and vitamins that they get from different things. It's a good reason to be able to consult with your vet and say, hey, what are the things that I can do to really keep my dog strong, my cat strong, my bunny? When we had our bunny, the bunny was actually right outside of our kitchen area, and all of our leftovers from chopping up vegetables and fruits, it went to her so that she got that fresh, good, healthy food. And we get that with something like a rabbit, but we don't think about it with our other animals. Your gerbils, guinea pigs, all the smaller animals, mice, they need whole seeds. They need nuts that they have to actually crack open and get into. Yes, they need some that they can just eat, but they also need to have to work for that food. It's a part of what they enjoy. It's a part of their play. Those are things that we can do for our critters. And your babies, they need physical touch. They need you to pet them, to cuddle them, to massage them, to ride them, to interact. They need that companionship from us and from other animals. That, you know, it's most of these animals live in groups, and they're used to sleeping with multiple kitties and cats and dogs. And I'm just saying, think about that. If you have an animal and it's the only animal in the house, then they need even more of that physical touch, because it helps them to thrive, to have that touch. Another thing they need time to be right. They need that few minutes, their own time to wind down, to be able to relax. And generally they let you know when they're ready to stop being touched or played with. And you know, if you've got kids or you've got a whole bunch of visitors coming over, it's a really good idea to have a spot where your baby can go, your furry pet can go somewhere and get away from everybody and not have all those people around them. Especially when you've got kids, they need to be able to walk away and go lay down and not have to be disturbed. It's important for them. Think as a parent how you feel with your kids, and how there's times where you just want to be able to be left alone. Can't even get into the bathroom by yourself, right? Because their little fingers are under the door. Now think of that as a pet, because they don't have a say over that. They can't say, hey, I need to get alone. So give them that time, give them a place where they can get away from everybody. And then just like our own little ones, our pets need to feel safe and secure. They need to feel comfortable. They need to know that they are cared for, that they are taken care of, and that they don't have a worry in the world. That's a part of what our babies need. Oh, this is the slide I was looking for a minute ago. Again, if you're ready to get started with Young Living, you can get back with the person that shared the video with you. You can find our PowerPoint and all the replays on Shannon Hudson YL. And I bet this next slide, out of order, these are those common sense things we talked about. So I'm just going to pop them on the board so you guys can see them. Take good care of your babies. Give them the TLC they need. All right, I'll give you a second to read those. Okay, so another thing that we have, and I'm so excited about this, is to tell you that a portion of all of our proceeds from all of our Animal Sense products goes to support Vital Ground. It's a nonprofit organization that's dedicated to protecting the habitat of grizzly bears and other wild roaming wildlife. I absolutely love this. In addition, Vital Ground works to ensure the recovery and long-term survival of not only grizzly bears, but also the native species that share their range. So it's protecting in both directions. They also help create a bear-aware communities, which helps to reduce conflict between humans and bears. And you can get more information on this particular group, Vital Ground, at vitalground.org. And again, that's one of the many things that Young Living supports, but a part of all of the proceeds from every single Animal Sense product that Young Living carries is turned directly over to that. And I love that Gary does that. All right, so this is our Animal Sense shampoo. Our Animal Scent shampoo cleans, conditions, and protects your pet's coat without harmful ingredients. So we can use this on everything: dogs, cats, guinea pigs, skunks, you know, whatever it is that you have, any furry critter, you can use your Animal Scents. You just need a teeny tiny bit. It is highly concentrated, so I literally mean a teeny tiny bit, but it's perfectly fine for them. It leaves your fur babies with soft, beautiful, shiny hair. It has citronella, lavender, lemon, geranium, and spikenard essential oils, which are very mild. It's not going to hurt their sensitive smell. They're going to be able to enjoy that. Again, highly, highly, highly concentrated. So like if I were doing this little mouse right here, I would probably take a Q-tip and I would dip it into my container, and that's what I would use to do my little mouse if I needed to clean them. I've never had to clean a mouse, but I have had to clean rats. We used to do a lot of rats, and they like it. They like their water just like all of our big animals do. So that's our Animal Scent shampoo. Now, here's the big one. According to the American Heart Association, dental health and heart health may be connected for humans. It's one of the reasons we have to focus on good oral hygiene in order to live a long, healthy life. We all know that people who need to brush more often, you can smell their breath from a distance, right? So does your pet have bad breath? It's not just unpleasant, it can be actually unhealthy for their body. Up to 80% of dogs and 70% of cats do not receive proper dental care. And it shows that you can see the signs of that disease by age 3. That's a big deal. And that website I was talking about with the American Heart Association, that is at heart.org. So you can go there and check out that connection. Now, why does it matter? Well, oral care is just as important for your furry friends as it is for you. We have to take care of them, but cleaning their teeth, it's super easy to neglect that when it's, you know, your holding down your pet, you're trying to brush their teeth, they don't want to, but now we can maintain happy, healthy, clean mouth. Like, I thought there's no way my dog is going to go for this. This has spearmint, peppermint, paragize. These are all already in there, which means it's got ginger. And I'm like, I opened the bag and it smelled disgusting. I'm like, there's just no way. This does not smell like beef. Lady loves these. She chews them up so quick. She sees me grab the bag and she starts getting all excited. She'll do any trick I want her to do when I get out my dental pet chews. She loves them, and I love them because there's no artificial anything. There's no artificial colors, flavors, preservatives, no GMOs. These are amazing. Your dog is going to love them, and they're designed with ridges. So I don't know if you can see this right here, but do you see these teeny tiny little ridges that are on there? Those grooves help so that when the dog is chewing on the bone, when your animal's chewing on it, it's getting up there in that gums and it's cleaning in that area. It is good ingredients. It's all natural. They will love them, and you can break them in half. So if you had a little small dog, you could give them just half of a chew. If you got a large dog, you can give them a full chew, and it is so much easier than trying to get in there with that toothbrush. And you only need to do that like maybe even 2 times a week, and you're going to see some different things happening in there. And it's so much less trauma than trying to brush their little teeth. That's not something that would have happened out in nature. So it's not something instinctually that they want done. So as far as our products, we have an entire line called the Animal Sense line. And we're going to go over some of those and what they were formulated for. So Trauma Away could be considered the first line of defense in keeping our pets calm during a new environment, loud noise, injury, that type of a thing. It's a great one that you can use. A calm animal can be cared for and treated with more ease. And TOA just helps them to calm down and to be able to relax a little bit. The Trauma Away helps the animal relax and become accustomed to new things, places, people, and other pets. It's a beautiful blend of tangerine, lavender, royal Hawaiian sandalwood, German chamomile, frankincense, valerian, ylang ylang, black spruce, geranium, orange, helichrysum, rue, hyssop, Spanish sage, patchouli, coriander, blue tansy, bergamot, rose. Can you imagine that on our babies? We're putting a little bit of rose on there, lemon, jasmine, Roman chamomile, palmarosa, and they will love it. One of the things you can do, other than just putting it on your hands and rubbing it on them, but you can also get the roller glide, the little filament, and you can put it on the top of this bottle. So when you need it and you're loving on your pet and you need to, you can just take that lid off and you can roll it on while you're petting and taking care of your pet. It is an amazing oil that really needs to be a part of anybody. If you've got animals, this is like your first one that you're going to go to. Just such a beautiful blend. I mean, you're giving frankincense on their body. You're doing rose, jasmine. These are some great oils. Overall, TLC and balance. Like I said, Pepper was a rescue. She was a puppy and had been really abused. And these are just some things you can do to be able to help with that. So they just feel comfortable. And that's our job, right? So the next one is our PuraClean. PuraClean is your first step in an amazing 3-step process for our furry loved ones. So this is best when you use it with PuraClean. Then it's going to be Infect Away and Mend Well, which we'll talk about in a minute. This blend that you're using here, the first one, is what you're going to go in there and clean off that area. You're going to use this again. This is a great one you can use in that spray bottle, and you put 8 to 10 drops in the spray bottle, 4 ounces of water, and you can spray that area down really well. You can wipe it off, spray it down again, wipe it off, get it all nice and clean. And it's got the oils of patchouli, mountain savory, palo santo, cistus, citronella, lemongrass, rosemary, tea tree, lavender, and myrtle. So you can use that Trauma Away when something happens. Use that. And then you're going to come in with your PuraClean. You can spray that all over. You can also do this where you just put it on your hands and rub it on their body. So you can use it that way as well. But I like using it and having it ready already in a spray bottle. So when I need it, it's on hand, ready to go in that moment. The next one, our number 2 in this lineup, is Infect Away. So Infect Away is a super necessary addition to any home with pets. It is your second step. It's good for healthy skin, for our beautiful, healthy, oily pets. And this gentle blend is myrrh, patchouli, Dorado Azul, Palo Santo, oregano, and ocotea. And this is one you can put straight on location. So you've already cleaned it, you use the Pure Clean, and then you're going to do some Infect Away. Just make sure we give it that TLC it needs. It's very gentle and mild. So even that oregano, that is Ecuador oregano, and it's not as hot as traditional oregano. It's very soothing. They're going to like that. You can, if you want, you can make that quick skin cleansing spritz, which is where you put that 8 to 10 drops in some water. So you could do your Pure Clean in the water, spray it, wipe it all off, and then you can spray this one on, which if it's a big location, the spray bottles are really handy because it's able to hit a larger area, and it's super quick and easy to be able to do that. So that's one of the things that you can do. The next one, number 3 is Mend Well. Mend Well is a blend that you're going to put on afterwards. So after you've already done your Pure Clean, you've already done your Infect Away, you're going to come in there with that Mend Well. And this is one that I recommend you even, not even just on location, but in an inch or so around it. Really get the tissue, rub it in that skin all the way around. You're looking at geranium and lavender, hyssop, myrrh, frankincense, hinoki, and you can just massage that all around the area. And it just lets the rest of the tissue be able to relax and repair and do its thing after you have put the other oils on there. So it's a great one for that. And then to seal it all in, we have Animal Sense ointment. So oils evaporate. So you put an oil on and they evaporate. And so some goes into the skin, into the tissue, and then some evaporates off. What I love with our Animal Sense ointment is it seals it in. You put the oils on, and then you put this great ointment and you apply it all over that area, and it protects it. So no garbage can get in. You don't have to worry about anything getting in where you just applied oils. This protects it. It's like an ointment Band-Aid, right? It's just tender, loving care for the skin, and your animals will love it. And if they lick it off, it's okay. It's not going to hurt them, which is always the concern, right? We don't have to worry about that. That is a blend of palmarosa, carrot seed oil, geranium, patchouli, coriander, melaleuca, altifolio, bergamot, rose oil. Again, the rose oil in there. Then it has ylang ylang, myrrh, Idaho balsam fir. And you can use this just by itself without any of the other products that we talked about. You can use it, you know, as part of the 3, or you can leave any one of those oils out. The Animal Sense ointment is a great one. They have that dry, itchy skin on their bottom. It takes some Animal Sense ointment and just rub it on there. Their belly's looking flaky. You can rub that on there. Their ears, this is one of those things that you could take a Q-tip or a cotton swab and put on the inside of their ears when they're looking a little hinky. This you could put on there. And let me just tell you this, all of our Animal Sense products are safe enough that you can use on you too. So if we're using it on our furry babies, we can use it on our body as well. So like Animal Sense ointment, that is an amazing one to put on your dry, cracked feet. I know we're talking about our animals, but hello, it's already in the house. It's a great one for on your feet or putting on your super dry fingers, especially, you know how in the wintertime they get dried and cracked. You can take that Animal Sense ointment, put it on, and just put socks over your feet and let it go in overnight. It's an amazing addition. You will be so happy that you did that. And again, it can be used on your children, and it can be used on your furry children, your furry kids. So it's either one. And then we have our great Repel Aroma. Our Repel Aroma is an amazing oil that lets your pets be able to be outside annoyance-free. It is a blend of citronella, Idaho tansy, tea tree, and Palo Santo. So again, you have those same options. You can just rub it on your hands, rub it all over their neck and their ears and down their back and down their legs, on their belly before they go outside to play, so that they're able to have that protection wrapped around them so they can go outside, have a good time, and you don't have to worry about them bringing anything back into the house either. You can also do your spray bottles. As you can tell, I really like being able to use the spray bottles on Pepper. It is convenient. It's an easy way. We have them sitting right there by the door. So she's getting ready to go out, and I will just spray her down top to bottom. She runs outside, has a good time. In the wintertime, we change it up. In the wintertime, I use that baking soda, and I put the 8 to 10 drops of the Repel Aroma right in the baking soda, squish it up, and I will sprinkle that all over her so that I make sure she can go in and out. You can also just put some of Repel Aroma right on their collar. So the collar that they're using when they go outside, put a couple drops on there, just refresh it. And again, it lets them go outside and play annoyance free, which is a great way. You can also take that Repel Aroma and use it in the house. If you know that you've already got some stuff going on, you can take that Repel Aroma, put it in baking soda, put it in a big container and poke holes in it, and then sprinkle it all over the bedding, sprinkle it on the couches, wherever she lays or goes or wherever he goes, all over your carpet, and then let it sit, especially in the carpet itself. Let it sit there for a good 20 minutes. Then you can come back over and vacuum it. In the pet bed itself, you can leave it there. If you don't mind that little bit of a powder sensation, leave it there, because those oils get into that baking powder, baking soda, and every time they lay down, it helps their body get coated a little bit more. So it's a great way to keep all of that at bay as well, so you don't have to be bugged inside either. It's a great one for that. Now, the next one is our Paragize. Our Paragize is a very soothing topical blend that you can put all over your pets. This is definitely thinking about them. And it will just put a little bit of pep back in their step. It will give their little digestive system that little, oh, we can't say that. Anyways, it's a blend of ginger, anise, peppermint, cumin, spearmint, rosemary, juniper, fennel, lemongrass, and patchouli. These are all amazing oils that you can look up. What would it be that they could be helping our little pets with? So this is one that you can rub, really good to rub right on their abdominal area, all over their whole belly. It's fantastic for that. It's one that you can sprinkle in their, oh, you can't eat it. It's a good one. Just use Paragize. It's going to help their little abdomen. Some extras that you can do. Now, this one is not a part of our Animal Sense line, but it is a supplement that Young Living carries that is amazing, something that our critters need. Sulfur is a mix of wolfberry and MSM, an organic sulfur that your body has to have. It helps protect cells and the connective tissue. That's important when it comes to our critters, and we think about all the different functions that your tissue has. It helps to support intestinal function and eliminate free radicals, which our animals need. And animals instinctively know that they need MS. That's why they eat grass. It helps them absorb that natural sulfur that happens. MSM is not added to traditional pet foods, but it is necessary for healthy cartilage and cell function. So if it's not added to their pet foods and they're not out there catching their own animals, killing them and eating them, it's something that really should be sprinkled, put in their food. Now, I'm going to tell you this. Young Living has two different options for our sulfur. Our Sulfurzyme, and we have Sulfurzyme powder, but that one we don't really recommend that you use for the pets because it has stevia, which is sweet, and we like the taste of it. It's all natural, it's good, and for us it's no big deal, but for some pets they have a hard time metabolizing it. So if you don't want it, because the Sulfurzyme that you see on the screen, that is one that you can give to them as a pill, put it in their food, sneak it, but you can also just open the capsule and sprinkle it over their food. They will still eat it. It's no problem there either. So let's see, what else? Anima Extras. The next one is going to be Ninja Red. Ninja Red is a great extra for your critters, even your little ones. You can use, like if you've got a guinea pig or a rat, you can suck up just a little bit in a medicine dropper and they will drink it right out of that dropper. They love the flavor of the Ninja Red. This Ninja Red helps with cellular, normal cellular function. So it keeps their body working like it's supposed to. It's for the whole body. It's normal eye health. In one little shot, you know, like I said, you can put it straight. Your dog will drink it out of a little cup. Your cat will sit and drink this stuff up. They will love it. Ninja Red is fantastic. It's a great addition for your critters. So it's one you want to be able to play with. Let them get that little bit. You know, maybe your tiny ones only need a medicine dropper, but your dog, if you've got a teeny tiny dog, they need about an ounce. If you have a full size huge dog, they need a good 2 ounces. Again, it's cellular regeneration and it's energy. It gives them back their energy that they're supposed to have. And then these are just some fun oils that are ones you should play with. Maybe have in your backup that you can do for your critters. So Idaho Balsam Fir, that's a great one. You can rub, put it in your hands, rub it all over their hindquarters, their legs. Cedar Wood helps them to be able to not be as nervous. So if you have ones that don't like loud sounds or they get anxious or they get all uptight over stuff, Cedar Wood, put a couple drops in your hand, rub it all over your baby, and then think about Cedar Wood. What did they use to make cedar closets and cedar out, you know, closets out of cedar? What was the reason for that? You could use the cedar for the same reason. Melrose. If you don't have Infect Away, Melrose is a great one that you can use in place of that. And again, it's super, super mild, so you can use it directly and it's not going to irritate anything. Citronella, that can combine with your Cedar Wood for being able to go outside right along with your purification. Purification, I think every single pet lover, just part of what it does is it neutralizes odors. So the smells, because let's face it, as much as we love our babies, our little furry guys, man, they can be stinky. And that smell can last long after they have left the room. And purification is one of those that you can do just a spray bottle. You can also just have cotton balls around their bedding. It will help with that. But purification, I throw right in with the baking soda when I do the repel away. I put it right in there with it because it's going to make sure that we can enjoy the day critter-free, but also aroma-free. So we don't have to worry about those smells and things. Peace and calming too is amazing. How I said that you can use cedar wood to calm them down when they're stressed out over sounds. Peace and calming too works with that same thing. So even if you've got one of those, oh, you love your dog, I know you do, but you know there's yipping dogs that just bark, 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 bark. Those babies, you can use that peace and calming too, and it helps them to chill out. So even when you have guests come over, they don't seem as stressed out or freaked out. That bark is their way of saying, I'm not okay, something's not right now. Peace and calming lets them know that you've got it covered. You're taking care of them and they don't have to worry about it. Digize, that's a great one. We were talking about the Paragize. Digize is another one you can put right on their little belly when stuff is going on and they need that just to be soothed just a little bit. It's a very soothing, comfortable feel on their stomach. It's one they can use. Copaiba is a great one to use topically. Like I was saying with the Idaho Balsam Fir, it's just going to help them feel comfortable. Anything that's tight and shouldn't be, Copaiba is going to help with that. You went on a big long run, you can take some peppermint and Copaiba and you can rub it all over their muscles, especially if they have not been exercising and you just get them out there again. It's a great one. And then frankincense is overall, I think everyone and every animal should get frankincense on a regular basis. It's very calming to the mind. It's very settling. It makes us feel very centered in today and now, and it just makes us feel comfortable and safe. So that's our animal oily fun. It was a short, quick one today. We are getting together next Tuesday, and it's going to be on willpower. And willpower is so much more than just, people think of willpower and they think, oh, Shannon's going to talk business again. No, willpower is the willpower to stay on a diet, the willpower to finish something you started, the willpower to stay away from people and things you know you shouldn't be around. Willpower, it affects every single area of your life. That exercise we just talked about, willpower. What do we do? How do we get it working like it's supposed to? And then I want you guys to know we do all kinds of events. We do them in Michigan, Florida. We go just all over the place. So we are getting ready to go to, I think we've got Tennessee on the books. We have Florida on the books. We just started thinking about going to Iowa, all these different places. And you guys are welcome to go and be at anything that we do. We would love to have you there. You can go to shannonhudsonyl.com and go over to the events page. You can see our calendar. We would love to hook up with you. If you've got a big group of people and you would like us to come out and do some events for you, send a message. Send me something on Facebook, a private message, and say, hey, we want you. We could get about X number of people, and we'll see if we've got other people in the area. And if we could pull something together, we're looking at making our 2017 schedule. We would love to partner with you. As a reminder, if this was your first introduction to Young Living and you're thinking about getting started, get back with the person that sent you this. Wherever you found the link, how you did it, get back with them. If you found it because of advertising I was doing, send me a message. We would love to be able to chat and talk with you. All right, you guys, God bless. And this recording will be made available about the time I hit stop it. It will show up on our YouTube channel. If you ever have a hard time getting into the webinar, you can watch it live on YouTube, which is Shannon Hudson as well. All right, guys, see you next week.